Greetings. I'm Dr. Randy Pastor. I'm the medical director of the UCA Student Health Clinic, and I'm also overseeing the operations for the quarantine dorm in Carmichael Hall this fall. And I want to say welcome to the Carmichael Quarantine Hall. I do want to tell you a few important points. There is another video that goes in more detail of the expectations and rules of being in Carmichael Hall. But I would like to tell you this. We know this is an inconvenience. No one really wants to be in quarantine if they can help it. We surely do appreciate your cooperation. We have gone to great lengths over the past several months to try to make your stay here as pleasant as possible. And as you know, a quarantine time segment is 14 days. Now, some of you won't be here for 14 days because it's already been several days since your last contact with the person who you came in contact with COVID-19. Some of you will be in here maybe for 11 days, 12 days, some for only 3 or 4 days. But nevertheless, there's some important information, very, very important that you need to know. And that is this. All of you here in this Carmichael Hall are healthy. You're here for quarantine, but that means you're healthy and have no symptoms of COVID-19. If at any time during your stay here you develop some symptoms such as a fever, body aches, headache, cough, sore throat, fatigue, loss of taste or smell, or any other type of illness, you need to notify us as soon as possible and please stay in your room, isolated in your room until you receive further instructions so you don't potentially infect more people here in Carmichael Hall. Now, you all are here under quarantine, which means you were in contact with someone who has COVID-19. Some of you will convert and turn positive during your time here. That's expected. That's what happens for people who are in quarantine and have been exposed. So if that happens, we ask you please stay in your room, notify us, and we will tell you the next step. If we confirm that it looks like you might have converted to have the illness, then we will move you to some other housing we have on campus. We call that our isolation housing. We actually have about 10 different buildings right now, mainly duplexes and houses that we use for that. Again, there'll be no additional cost for you. Your meals will be delivered. Your health care will be coordinated. Not much will change, except we do need to move you to another alternative location where other students have also tested positive or converted to symptoms. Now, here's probably the biggest, most important point about being here. That when someone here does convert and become symptomatic and is moved to an isolation housing, they will get a call from the Arkansas Department of Health asking them who they've been within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes cumulative, meaning 5 minutes here, 7 minutes here, 10 minutes here. And if that person identifies you as having been in close contact with them, then your 14-day quarantine will start all over again. So it is absolutely to your benefit to do your best to stay 6 feet away from everyone here in the dorm. Always wear your facial covering whenever you're out of your room. And do your best to not be within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes cumulative a day to anyone else. And that if you do that, when someone does test positive and has to be moved, and they get a call from the Arkansas Department of Health, you won't be identified as someone who's been in close contact with that person, and your 14-day quarantine won't start all over again. No one wants to do 10 days and then have to turn around and do another 14 days. So please do not invite anyone into your room. Do not hang out in the hallway late at night when no one's watching. Don't hang out in the stairwell. Please, for your own sake and for everyone else's sake, let's do the right thing. Let's get you in and out of Carmichael Hall so you can resume your normal activity. And again, thank you very much for your cooperation.